6,530 pounds. This is the new 252 rear living Springdale here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you'd like to see if we got one of these slick little suckers in stock, give us a call or click the link in the video description and you can shop from home, shop from your phone, whatever. It says check for price and availability. You're one click away from seeing what we have in stock, how it is equipped, and what we're asking with clearly published pricing that is free of pesky hidden dealer fees. We don't engage in that practice here at Haylett RV. So Springdale is the single best selling thing from all of Keystone RV. That's a huge statement. Why is that? Well, little things like that motion sensitive pass-through lighting, that extra large pass-through storage compartment, those are certainly good factors. But I think probably the number one single greatest factor contributing to the success of the Springdale product, especially here at Haylett RV, is the quality of the product. And you don't have to take my word for it, because I got numbers on my side. Springdale Travel Trailers and its subset, the Summerland series, I can confidently say is the single highest quality stick-built trailer out there, meaning like wood-framed aluminum skin trailer. That's a pretty bold statement. And I carry other very good products. I'm not ashamed of anything else that we carry here at Haylett RV. In a similar class, you'll find Jayco J-Flights, you'll find Cherokees by Forest River, which are literally the number 1 and 2 selling travel trailers on the market. But statistically, this has the single best service record of anything in its category out there. And here's how I know that. Not only do our service records at Haylett RV show it, the last 4 years, Springdale has been a Quality Circle Award winner consecutively. The last 2 years, they've been the only stick-built trailer in the that's earned that award. And they've done it back-to-back. Anybody can get on top once. It's a lot harder to stay there. And these guys are crushing it. And that's probably why this has the same 3-year structural warranty as a Keystone Montana luxury full-time living fifth wheel. That this has, and for good reason, it shares a lot of the same construction qualities incredibly as that big high-level thing, even though this is what a lot of people are going to consider starter class or entry level. Well, that doesn't mean starter quality, okay? We've got the same one-piece floor decking in this, built on top of 2x3 studs that are set at 12 inches on center as a Montana floor. We've got a fully painted, extra thick aluminum nose that basically acts as a giant stone guard and won't have potential fade issues of fiberglass. We've got the bigger propane tanks, the easy tilt power awning with LED lighting, power tongue jack. We've got push button quarter power stabilizer jacks, everything on this. When you're going to set up or break camp, everything is push button easy. This also has one of the largest furnaces in this category with a 30,000 BTU furnace versus 20, 22 to 25 commonly found in this class, much larger, and an enclosed underbelly. So this has a good seasonal package. Black tank flush and a full outside shower, not just a cold water sprayer port. Little things like that add up. Now, one of the things you want to do what's the number one enemy of any RV? And that's water. So how do you keep it out? Well, one of the areas that you can control to an extent as a manufacturer is heat expansion and contraction. Now, if you look up top here, you see how those aluminum bands at the top of the RV are only like 6 inches tall. That is because those are not going to stretch and expand when exposed to sun. Not nearly to the extent of one of these larger side panels. Well, where your roof meets your wall is obviously a very critical, high-stress leak potential area. You want to keep stress off that as much as possible. Well, by going with those thinner bands up there, they have accomplished that. You'll see more anti-heat stress methodology, especially once we get inside. But I also want to point out, windows are tinted. That's not standard in this class. Actually, I've noticed it's becoming less standard as manufacturers find ways to strip money out of products to be more and more competitive. Springdale continues to be the smart, functional choice. And that's what I like about these guys. I was talking with a guy named Dustin. He's the product developer at Springdale. And someone said, you could save a lot of money by going to, pressboard like sawdust cabinet frames, or your door frames. And he goes, no. I'll send this thing down the road with no tires before I do that. Very concerned. The team is very concerned about putting out a good, long-lasting, high-quality product. You've got a full walk-on roof on this. You got a 3/8 roof decking. You've got that one-piece, seamless Dynaspan floor deck. To give you an idea, that stuff is 50% stronger than plywood across a span. You want a good house, you start with a good foundation. So they have a more load-bearing floor structure right from the start on this thing right here. Backup observation camera ready. We can assist you with those here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And they've got, the awning on this is perfectly positioned. It's right where you want it to be. It's not going to block any sunlight coming in through those, you know, cross breeze windows in the bedroom, but you've got full patio coverage on the back camp side of the trailer. Now you do have an outside grill quick connect. They do run a propane gas line here, and you will notice that you have this handy little outdoor dad's medicine cabinet, as I so lovingly refer to it, and people seem to enjoy hearing. You know, so we've got basically the main components of an outside kitchen in a 25-foot box, little couples camping tow machine, you know? Now, oh, here's another thing they've done to fight heat expansion. The darker bands of aluminum, like at the bottom, those are made with a 0.03-inch thickness aluminum. Normal sidewall thickness on stuff is a 0.024. There's nothing wrong with 0.024. But dark stuff is going to absorb more sun, absorb more heat. So these Springdales have been built to fight and counteract that. So right from the factory level, they're building this thing to hold together against the weather exposure. Now, right here, you've got these anti-slip aluminum plank steps, just like, if I turn around, the, you know, Big Brother Keystone Cougar series over here. And Cougar makes some very shiny stuff, and you're actually seeing a lot of the same components, same awning, a lot of your same interior appliances and furniture, same exterior components. I mean, there's a lot more in common here than not in common in reality. Now, if you feel like it, you can take your TV out, you can bring it out here, and you can actually mount the TV outside in this little mount. You got your TV hookups right there, and you're all protected under the awning. It is just tailgate central. The door is a friction hinge, so it doesn't want to slam open in the breeze, or if you have a guest and they're not paying attention. I do really enjoy those wider baggage compartments up front so that you can actually get like big folding chairs and stuff in there. This is a stud product, guys. This is something that, if what you're looking, it's like, listen, we're even, I don't care if you're first timers, I don't care if you're last timers. I've got a bigger SUV, or I've got a half-ton, or I got a big truck and I just don't want a big camper, but I want something that's really comfortable for the two of us. I just can't think of a better fit. We'll step inside right now and you'll see exactly what I mean by that. Now, I've seen everybody and their brother basically built this floor plan at this point. Like, we have this floor plan available in Jayco Jayfeather, in the Keystone Passport, in Apex from Coachman, from the Jayco J-Flight SLX series, the Open Range Ultralight. I mean, we have versions of this floor plan all over the place. And this one, they all do little things I like, and this one did everything I like. They nailed every inch of this. So, starting here with this, and remember, by the way, this is, I believe, what's this called? This is new. Biscotti? I think this is the new Biscotti decor, and great googly moogly. This looks good. I mean, this is that light, dark, high contrast, modern, gorgeous decor that is just so popular right now, and it's resonating with me. And I'm usually very classic and conservative. Like, I miss that old honey oak, but dang it if this doesn't look good. So the little accent lights under the dinette benches, it's just sharp. It's just a little eye-catching thing. But at night, if the grandkids are over, because that's one of the nice things about this U-dinette, Grandpa and Grandma, you don't need a bunkhouse. The very rare time most grandkids will join you, this is enough. And this can fold down to a near 7-foot bed. So even your adult children could probably join you for a weekend. You've also benefiting here from the Keystone Do More dinette. You see this dining chair table, or dining table, yeah, all over the place nowadays. It can do anything. So obviously, its primary function is going to be your table, but it's free floating. It can swing over and it can become a kitchen island for prep space. It can fold down and it can become an outdoor picnic table. You can fold it down and the grandkids or guests can sleep on it. It just does everything. A little coffee table for the theater seat in the back there, and that's another thing I love. We'll get there in a minute. But windows all over the place. We've got lots of light. We got pleated shades for privacy. Open feeling vaulted ceiling. Now this is something you see all over the place, but only in laminated trailers. Springdale is the only stick-built series of travel trailers that has this out there. Now, we all know, or anybody with a clue knows, that arched structures are stronger than flat structures. So even if something has an arched exterior roof, if it still has a linear interior roof, it's still not quite as structurally sound as this. Also, because this is double arched, you actually get even insulation all the way across the roof truss, and that means no sweat lines where the roof meets the wall in here in those hot-cold exchange times. Now, even these glass inserts on these cabinet doors, they didn't just frost it. It's got this cool little honeycomb pattern. Everything in this RV catches your eye. Every single thing in this was designed to do something a little more. Like, I love that big breeze window next to that theater seat right there. That's genius. And by the way, theater seat. Typically, manufacturers this floor plan give you either a just bi-full jackknife sofa, or if you're really lucky, they will give you a hide-a-bed. Well, you don't need a hide-a-bed in this because we already have a big U-dinette. You know what you need? This is a couples camper. You need some recliners. And Springdale has nailed this. They have nailed this with the right features and in a price point that no one else has really matched. This is a really hard to compare against model. You can find RVs with more equipment for more money. You can find RVs with less equipment for less money, and that sounds obvious, but I mean, try to find something that has a really high equipment package like this, like a bigger fridge, like these pressed membrane kitchen counters. That's why we have a recessed giant farmhouse basin kitchen sink. People all the time go, well, this is stupid counter space over here because it's next to the sofa and nobody can get to it. It's the appliance corner. And tell me when too much prep space is ever the wrong answer in that popular big giant farmhouse sink. That is just on fire right now. You do have a space for a wastebasket. You do have a couple kitchen drawers. It has everything it needs exactly where it needs it, inclusive of full depth wraparound overhead storage. And this is another one of those areas where the Keystone Springdale has gone to some pretty extreme lengths to make sure that they eliminate the human quality in production. I don't have a good example of it where I can see right here, but basically, well, probably in the rear corner, where this cabinet meets the wall, they actually use a number 2 spruce, which is like the second highest grade of wood you can even use, and it has an interlocking grain. The reason they do that is if the guy with the screw gun at the factory moving fast that day doesn't exactly hit that beam of wood dead center in the middle, no big deal. It's not going to split and break open. Now, we do have all pocket screwed cabinetry, and another thing that we have here, which is nice on the Springdales, again, for fighting heat expansion, is the shaker style cabinets. This panel insert right there, it actually has little Teflon bumpers all the way around it. And what that's doing for you is it is allowing that panel insert to sort of free float to an extent so that you don't have heat expansion and contraction stressing the cabinet and causing things to split. And what I mean by full depth, if you look at the microwave and you see how the cabinets don't recess back against the wall there, that's because this has a full depth series of cabinets. Now we got the stainless kitchen appliance bundle here, and that is a little bit bigger fridge. That is a 7 cubic foot fridge freezer. It actually has interior LED lighting, so it's really easy to see at night. Now, a lot of times this is where people, once you hit the fridge, people go, oh, the kitchen's done. But you got to wrap around the corner. So first of all, they have one of the widest entry areas of any version of this floor plan I've seen out there. And you also benefit from this big either closet, pantry, whatever you want it to be. And I actually really like that shelf up there because when I walked in, I set my camera down when I was getting the RV ready to shoot. And I went, oh wow, that would be the ideal phone charging station. It's in such an intelligent location, you know? The TV, remember, the entire swing arm and everything, because it's obviously swing arm mounted, that can float outside. So if you want to take the TV outside, you can. You've got your, Bluetooth-enabled Furrion entertainment system here. Just to give you a quick peek at the living room from the other direction before we move up to the bathroom. This is such a sharp unit. I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this. Even little stuff like this, like where you see the little coat hooks in a Springdale. They could have used just a piece of scrap trim or something, but they didn't. This is all purpose built. Every single nut, bolt, and widget on this, it's designed with purpose, with intent. Nothing is just leftover junk parts that we decided to repurpose. Again, the guys just nail it. Here, a cool thing on Springdales, right here's a good way to see it. They have 3-inch interior walls. Start shopping around travel trailers, ladies and gentlemen, and you will find inch and a half walls in some products. There are other products that have good interior wall construction like this, but remember that Quality Circle Award that I was ranting on about earlier? I think part of it is the fact that this doesn't just have a good shell, it actually has interior structural integrity as well, and that's a difference here. Now, you see these floor ducted heat vents. This has a single centralized floor duct that runs all the way through the entire RV. Again, just like the floor of those Montana luxury fifth wheels that I talked about, they share so many aspects of construction with the Cougars and Montanas, it's not even funny. So between the roof vault and the position of that skylight, this is very tall person friendly, and that's another aspect of this that I like. You see that we do have a dual entry bathroom, and the bathroom door being located right next to the entry door means this is very traveling friendly. Speaking of which, if you review our website, you will see where I snapped some pictures when this RV first came in before the slides got open. This is fully accessible in transit, and that is another awesome aspect of this floor plan. So full private front bedroom, you got your cross windows and a ceiling vent in here. You've also got this handy little laundry chute that goes down into that front pass-through storage compartment. So when you do get home for the weekend, you open that baggage door on the outside, grab your laundry basket, and you're done. His and hers side dresser drawers, his and hers side stands with outlets, his and hers hanging closets, full overhead storage cabinet, not cheaper overhead shelf only that is good for basically nothing. You know, everything in this, all LED lighting. You want your TV hookups? Great, we got them directly across from the bed. I mean, the bedroom is very functional over fashion, but it's still, everything in this is just nailed down. This is an awesome RV. This is an awesome RV. The more I sat in this, before I shot the video, I just sat in that theater seat in the back and I just looked around and I was grinning because this thing is great. They have done such a good job in here. I'm really excited for this one. I think this is going to have just an awesome selling season, and I think anyone fortunate enough to take one home is going to be very happy with it. Whether it's the equipment or just the general build quality, you know, these things hold together. They really do. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.